We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the home opener for 2017 between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. Matt Vasgersian here with you. It's been a long off season, a lot of changes, but these folks here tonight are ready to get their first real look at their guys here this year. I'm joined by Dan Plesac, and Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Chicago Cubs.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who'll get the starting assignment here in this home opener. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I know these guys love what Justin Turner brings to their offense. He had over 90 RBIs last year. What a great season, but I think he could do even better. His goal this year, I think it's got to be 100 runs batted in. He's that kind of a hitter.
John Lester gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. Harold, what do you got?
Matt, I think this is his year. He had almost 200 strikeouts last year, and watching him pitch, it seems like he's the type of guy that learns something every outing. I love the strikeout ability. I want to see it in effect today. All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Cubs. In this day and age, when teams are moving all over the place playing the shift, these guys are old school, very traditional. You don't see the shift applied very often to this club.
Heading for the box, there you see the young star Yasiel Puig as we are ready for baseball.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
First of three to start the week as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Well, Harold, as we take a look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
They're having fun right now. When you put together a 6-game win streak, everybody starts getting interested in coming to the park early. Do I have extra work to do? Because you're looking at 1 week of great baseball, and you die for those streaks. They just don't happen that often in a season.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it. One down. Now at the plate, Logan Forsythe. His past history against John Lester, 0 for 8.
Forsythe.
One down here, fellas.
Into the windup and the pitch. Looks at a two-seamer right down the middle.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. At the plate, Justin Turner comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good.
Turner.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Well, as you know, Matt, most people in the game call him Patty. In the past, I've seen a couple pitchers wonder where they miss, but he usually rewards them for making good pitches.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Well, a couple things with that base hit right there by the 3-hitter. One, he thought he was going to get out of this inning pretty easy, and now you put him in a stretch. The middle of this lineup is no joke. He can find himself in danger real quick.
Here's Jock Peterson now, as he'll take a look at ball one. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
2-1.
Well, I don't know how he missed that pitch. That ball's in the zone a long time, but he missed it. I guess that happens.
Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Well, this middle of this lineup is dangerous. You know, he gets 2 quick outs, and then here comes the 3-hitter and the 4-hitter with back-to-back hits. And now the 5-hitter. He's going to have to pitch him a little careful. He thought he was cruising. Now he's in a little trouble.
Adrian Gonzalez is at the plate as he watches ball 1. 2 down, runners at first and second. That misses. 2-0.
And now on 2-0, you just can't lay a fastball in there, or he could make it 3-0 before you know it. It's all about limiting the damage in this situation.
Pulled toward right center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So a couple of hits here in the top half, but nothing comes of it. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Chris Bryant. He had over 100 RBIs last year. That's the goal of every big hitter. If I can drive in 100, that means I had a good year, and I would say he had a pretty good year.
Kenta Maeda gets the call for game 1 of the series. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, last year he had a very nice season when you look at the win total. His team is counting on him to do that again. If he does not get within that range of where he was last season, I don't see this team going very far. All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Dodgers. In this day and age with analytics and the shift applied all over the field, this team is old school. They may be a dinosaur. They don't shift as much as everybody else. They play that.
Here's Scott Van Slyke. Hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday.
Scott.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0.
Here we go, guys.
Now here's the pitch. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yep, 1-1.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw got him, and that's a gorgeous play. Settling in now, Kike Hernandez. His past history against John Lester, a 3-for-12 line. He also has 1 home run. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. No score here as we play inning number 2. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now. And here's a ball hit in the air. Zobrist ranging into the outfield, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Stepping into the box, Bobby Wilson. They'll work
catcher,
on
number
keeping this
35,
top of the second alive.
Bobby Wilson.
Ball one.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0. Tapper up the line, but it gets fouled. The pitch. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here's Lester now on 2-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Now to the plate, John Lester. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play.
Good pitch only, huh?
Now a bunt attempt here. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. Digging in now, Kenta Maeda. 9-1-2 due up.
Number 18, Kenta Maeda.
And Lester back to work as this is swung on and missed for the first strike.
He may have to get his eyes checked on that one, because if he's looking for fastball, man, he had no chance catching up to that. He better check his eyes. He was really late.
Nobody down here.
Now Lester's 0-1. Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now. 0-2.
Aggressive swings out of him to start this at bat, but he hasn't been able to put the ball in play. Time to use that aggressiveness and make him chase now.
And not much of an effort there as he'll look at strike 3 called, and on 3 pitches he's your first out of the inning. Ready for another chance? Yasiel Puig.
Right fielder,
0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Yasiel Puig.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Puig will take a big turn and head for second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Man, that's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a good pitch like that, and he still gets a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Second baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Logan Forsythe. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set, and the pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. The double was his 3rd of the season here in this first month.
We got one here, guys.
And that misses 1-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Swing and a ball pulled foul into the lower level and left. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Jay calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Justin Turner. He reached on a single in his first try.
Justin
and a ball 1-0.
Hey, we got two down.
The 1-0 delivery. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Fouled back. And a good pitch, but it misses here, and that moves the count back to even on the Dodger third baseman. 2-2. And a sinker called strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. Dodgers lead. Digging in to try it again, Jock Peterson. He'll match up with John Lester now to lead off the inning. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 0-2 now from Lester. Swing and a high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third. He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the fourth. Here's Adrian now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
First baseman Adrian Gonzalez.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Inside here with the cutter, as he's lucky that one didn't get him.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Hit back up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
So we always say you fall behind the count. In this case, 2-0, you're going to get hurt. He was forced to give him a fastball, and sure enough, the hitter didn't miss it.
The left fielder, number 33.
Standing in now, Scott Van Slyke. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Started that swing a bit too early.
Tell you what, I'm already taking inventory in the fourth inning here, Matt. His secondary pitch has really been effective. He's used it well. He's getting a lot of good results from it. I just wonder if they're going to make an adjustment as the game continues. It looks like he just swung right over that sinker right there. What is so hard about a sinker, you have to almost go underneath it and scoop it. If you got one of those swings that goes over the top, you're never going to hit him.
Swing and a looper to left. Schwarber is after it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Now in the box, Kike Hernandez comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. In there, and it's 0-1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4.
Nope.
1-1.
1-1. Hey, now we've got 2.
In for strike 2. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air out to center field. Jay has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for LA. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Striding in once again, John Lester. He did his job and laid down the successful sac bunt in his first appearance. Grounded fouled off to the right side. '50th pitch of the game on its way. Hit down the line at first. A great stop by Adrian. It's in time. Another look at the stepping into the box, Bobby Wilson. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
Wilson.
And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Here it comes. A sinker over the outside corner for strike 2.
Well, they're still in this game. You know, if they can get somebody on a broken bat, a blooper, a bunt, and then go for the big ball, they can get something going. But they've got to start with getting somebody on base. This offense needs a base runner and get things happening.
So he sets him down swinging. Bobby Wilson is retired to kick off the inning.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Into the box, Kenta Maeda, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Schwarber will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. In now is Yasiel Puig. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point.
Puig.
First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Now the pitch. Sharp ground ball to third. Bryant's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. They're still down. It's 2-0. Digging in once again, Logan Forsythe. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Schwarber has it in his tracks. Makes the play, 1 away. Into the box, Justin Turner. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
1-1 on its way from Lester. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Another 1-2 delivery. And another foul ball. Hard on the ground toward short. Gloved by Russell. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Jock Peterson stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. No runs, 4 hits. 1 error in the ball game for the Dodgers to this point. Lets it fly 2-0, but this one's by him for the first strike. Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2.
We're really watching a great performance. This is a good hitting team. He's got 2 outs already in the 6th inning. We're 1 out away from watching him get through the 6th with all zeros on the board.
Here's another 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Dodgers down in order. They trail in this one 3-0. Ready for another shot now. John Lester. He bats here with a 3-run lead in inning number 6.
Hey, you got it.
First offering on its way. Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1.
That right there, Matt, may be the best pitch in baseball. I don't know why people don't throw that high fastball more. It is so difficult for a hitter to raise your hands up and try to get on top of that ball. And before you do all that, it's by you.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Come on, buddy.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. 3 runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies.
Come on, guy. Get your pitch up there.
Swing and a liner. But that's a foul ball.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But they lead it 3-0. Now at the plate, Adrian Gonzalez. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
First baseman number 23, Adrian
Gonzalez. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. And there's a pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2-2.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
Well, he's been throwing the ball pretty well so far, but right here, 3 balls to the leadoff guy to maybe get them a chance to get them going. He's just got to come back, make him swing the bat. I'd rather see him earn his way on the base by swinging the bat instead of a walk.
At the plate, Scott Van Slyke. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Now
the first pitch here from Lester. Kike Hernandez is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. To short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They trail it here 3-0. Now at the plate, Bobby Wilson. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Number 35.
Good way to start it on the outside corner for strike 1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1. Here's Lester's offering. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another try at 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
This is not the guy you want to walk right here. Look, the 8-hitter, this could set up a big inning if he gets on.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
And when your pitch count gets over 100, you've got to expect them to lose a little bit of accuracy out there. And I think if he gets in any more trouble, they might come get him. We'll see if he can finish strong.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. His past history against John Lester, 1 for 6. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Over forward is Hayward, but he's going to run out of room. It's a foul ball. Nobody out, runner on first. This is pulled into right, and that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, that's a base hit right there. Now they got 2 runners on. This may be their best opportunity to get on the board. They've been shut out the whole game.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And I believe that's going to be all for John Lester. Hector Rondon enters the ball game to replace the starter, and some may feel he was pulled a bit prematurely.
Yeah, and I'm sure the lefty wants to stay out there too. But this is one of those situations where the manager felt it was time to start playing the matchup game. With the right-handed batter up next, they're hoping this right-handed pitcher gives them a better chance to get an out.
In now is Yasiel Puig, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together. Missed a pretty good pitch to hit right there. You know he wants that one back because you usually don't get more than one of those in an at-bat.
Well, that's two impressive fastballs, two mid-90s fastballs just reaching back saying, I dare you to hit it. Finds himself in a nice 0-2 count now.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. It's a swinging bunt up the line. That winds up foul.
I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
Way outside. 1-2.
This is a big spot right here. Two runners on. You got an 0-2 count. You waste one. Now you make it work. Throw one in the dirt. Throw one high. Make him chase it, and you got a chance to strand those runners on base.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Just hung in there on that one.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing two fastballs now in a row.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. 0-1 count and the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Spin and a throw back to second. Runners are at first and second with one away. And there's ball two now.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Again, he sends it out of play. The 2-2 one more time. Oh, and a huge strikeout there as he certainly does his job out of the pen. And we'll see how they go after the next guy here.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
Here's a look over to first, and he's back in standing. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike two. Working on hanging another zero. The pitch. Strike three called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Dodgers strand a couple. Still down 3-0. Adam Liberator comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Oh, and Rizzo gets on top of one and sends it in the air out to deep right field. Oh, and it hits the top of the video board. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0.
Well, he turns on this thing and drives it out, extending the lead here to 4 in the bottom of the 8th. I wouldn't be surprised if that keeps the closer in the bullpen for now. No need to bring him in a non-save situation. Let him relax unless something happens at the top of the 9th that warrants getting him up.
The batter,
stepping up to the plate, Kyle Schwarber. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Bouncer down the line. Gonzalez is there, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Here's Ben Zobrist now. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Here's a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. And that jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes. And now the count is 2-2.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll be a base hit for Zobrist.
Well, he fell behind 0-2, and this is really the personality who he is. He didn't give up. He continued to fight and gets a base hit when he gets the 2-2 count.
Into the box now, Wilson Contreras. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
And he lays off for ball 1.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Puig has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
The pitcher, number 56, Hector Rondon.
Jamal Weeks will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 8, Jamal Weeks.
On the ground to third. Gloved by Turner. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Cubs 4 and the Dodgers nothing. Pedro Strop comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
46, Pedro Strop.
Here's Jock Peterson now. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Here it comes on 1-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. Set to deal on 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Adrian Gonzalez comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Little dribbler back at him. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in once again, Scott Van Slyke. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour. A ball and a strike. Lays off the splitter that time, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. And this one misses inside. A ball he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Ready for another shot now. Kike Hernandez. He was a ground out victim last time up. And he'll put this one away without much trouble, and the Cubs continue the roll they've been on. 7 straight victories now as this ball game is over.
Wow, what a week for these guys. Talk about firing on all cylinders. winners of an amazing 7 games in a row. They say to never question the streak, and these guys aren't. They're just enjoying this ride.
4-0 the score tonight. John Lester earns his first win of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 4 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. For the Dodgers, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 37 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Looking first at the American League East, the Brew Crew sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 6-2. The St. Louis Cardinals combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 6-1. The Pittsburgh Pirates totaled 11 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 15-0. The Marlins took down the visiting Braves 7-2. Odubel Herrera had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish, leading the Fightin' Phils over the Mets 6-5. The Friars got an astounding 20 hits overall as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 6-1. The Arizona Diamondbacks hit 3 long balls as they dismantled the Giants 8-1. The Boston Red Sox got 11 overall hits as they took down the visiting Orioles 8-5. Also from Boston, Rick Porcello racked up his 1,000th career strikeout in yesterday's action. Edwin Encarnacion needed only a triple to hit for the cycle as the Tribe defeated the White Sox 4-3. The Twins grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 7-5. The Angels were winners over the visiting Rangers 7-4. The Astros pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 2-1. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.
Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. Stay tuned for Cubs baseball next. Kyle Hendricks will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, H?
Matt, last year this guy was one of the best pitchers in baseball. The ERA in the low 2s. You know how good that is? And the thing I like about it, that tells me he's going to throw strikes when he needs to. He's going to get ahead of hitters, and he's going to have another solid game going deep in the game. So hopefully he can carry that into this game as well. We'll get a chance to really see him work at his best.
Justin Turner.
Skied into very shallow right. Hayward is in his tracks now. One pitch, one away. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. H, what do they have to do to take down a very hot team here on the road?
I think the sinker ball is the toughest pitch to hit because you're told all the time to look down for a ball, and every pitcher's told to get it down. But then when you start to swing and the ball sinks even more.
Into the box now, Hyunjin Ryu. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Ryu.
This is skied out toward right. Hayward on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Here's Jason Hayward now. His past history with Hyunjin Ryu, 2 for 10.
Jason Hayward.
Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch here is hit off to the right side and fouled. It's strike one. Here comes the 0-1. Curveball that time, not even close.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Fouled straight back. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And another foul ball.
Ah, big guy, stay hot up there.
Here he comes again, 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Here's Jock Peterson now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Jock Peterson.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Hayward to the track, to the wall. Gone!
Only the first hit of the night, but it was a big one. He absolutely punished that mistake, and you have to wonder if that will open the floodgates a little.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jason Hayward. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Peterson has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready for another chance? Andre Ethier. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Hayward is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. One left for LA, but they're up 1-0. Ready once again, Jason Hayward. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order. Ready for another shot now. John Jay. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one.
John Jay.
All right, one time right here.
Ready with the 0-2. That misses 1-2. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing.
Hey, like you can up
Ready
there,
to deliver the 1-2. And a fastball just a bit high.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You can see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Let's go. Hey, drive that pitch, huh? Here you go.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Come on, big guy. Come on, buddy. Come on, big dog. Get your pitch.
The next 3-2. Again, he sends it out of play. One run, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies.
Hit your pitch, drive it right now.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Hey, wait for a good one and drive it, huh? Pick one out.
Another full count pitch home. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
Hey, we're patient up there. Hey, get a good one up there, huh? Easy right here, one time.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Hey, get your pitch and drive it.
Hey, let it fly.
3-2 with the bases loaded. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. The next 3-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out.
Here we go.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. The throw here is not in time. He beats Grandal's tag.
Man, to come up late in the game and get 2 runs driven in to put you ahead in a game that was tied, that is beautiful. Now it's up to the pitcher.
Here's Javier Baez. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
First and second now, 1 man out. Now a slider misses, and that pushes the count to 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Hey, let's go now. 1 time.
3-1. Here it is. Swing and a little blooper to center. And a terrific effort out there as he's able to chase that a long way for the second out. Here's Chris Bryant now. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning.
Baseman, Chris Bryant.
Hey, find some green, baby. Find some green.
Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Come on, big guy. Get your pitch, huh?
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
2-2.
And a neck-high fastball that time.
It looked like he tried to get him to chase on that pitch there, 1-2. A good idea, but I think now he has to challenge him a little bit. He doesn't want to get into a worse situation with the cleanup guy up next.
Hey, it's your pitch. Drive it deep. Here we go.
From
baby.
the stretch. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 2 men left on base. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Cubbies are in front.
Wow, that's 8 wins in a row, and it seems like they can't do anything wrong. When you're riding a streak like this, you eat the same food, you drive the ballpark the same way, you do everything the same because you don't want to do anything to jeopardize this streak.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Koji Uehara gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Wade Davis records the save, his 4th of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. For the Dodgers, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 35 minutes.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. In the National League Central, the Cubbies only allowed 2 hits in the game as they got the best of the Dodgers at home, 3-1. They are on a roll with 8 straight victories. Josh Donaldson had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish as the Jays took care of the Brewers, 7-1. In other Blue Jays news, starting pitcher Marco Estrada will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He is dealing with a head contusion. In other Brewers news, Tommy Malone reached the 500 career strikeouts milestone. Dexter Fowler had 3 hits on the day as the Cards took down the Nationals 5-4. The Pittsburgh Pirates combined for 10 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 7-3. The Miami Marlins completed a short 2-game sweep as they took down the visiting Braves 6-2. The New York Mets went deep 4 times as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 10-1. The Rockies had 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Padres 6-4. David Peralta grabbed 3 runs driven in as Arizona grabbed the win over the Giants 4-1. The New York Yankees total 11 hits as they beat the visiting Rays 6-3. They now have 5 straight wins. The Red Sox held their opponent to just 2 hits as they took down the visiting Orioles 4-1. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The Cleveland Indians got 12 hits in this one as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 6-5. The Minnesota Twins hit 3 long balls as they cruised to the win against the Tigers 11-5. Eric Hosmer dominated at the dish with 2 long balls and 6 RBIs as the Royals were victorious over the A's 10-5. The Texas Rangers knocked out 12 hits as a team as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 7-2. Also in news from Texas, center fielder Carlos Gomez will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He's dealing with a strained tricep. The Houston Astros earned the 3-game series sweep as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 2-0. It was their 5th straight victory. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.
We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball on the show next. John Lackey starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Harold, what do you got?
Well, Matt, how I'd categorize this guy, I'd say he's a very reliable major league pitcher. Last year, ERA under 3.5, but he's consistent. What you see is what you get. He gives you innings, and he takes the ball for you.
Digging in, Justin Turner. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Third baseman, Justin Turner.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. HR, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Oh, it's remarkable watching them right now. Everything's clicking. To win 8 games in a row, you have to have timing hitting, great pitching, all the cliches you want to throw in there. Well, in this streak, they're doing it. Hey, you go to the plate in the first inning, you hit a ball back up the middle, a little ground ball, gets through up the middle. Good approach. I like the fact he's thinking up the middle early in the game.
Here's the first pitch to him. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
In the dirt. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Here it comes, 2-0. Fouled back. No one out with a runner at second. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1.
Matt, in last night's game, this is the situation right here. They didn't do a very good job driving guys in with runners in scoring position. Right here, you got a guy in scoring position. You got to capitalize and drive in. If you swung at a bad pitch last night, get a good pitch to drive right here.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Shortstop, Corey Seager.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Corey Seager is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
Well, he's got himself a little bit of a jam right here, Matt. He's got 2 on, nobody out. Look, I want to get a double play ball. Just pitch the contact, get the double play here.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Hey, let's roll 2 now.
Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Line drive to center field. Jay is there, and he has it for the first out. The relay throw, but too late, and he's safe at third. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Danny, who stands out to you?
Yeah, you know I'm going to be watching Yasmani Grandal pretty closely. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat well, they just go.
Franklin Gutierrez comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. 1-1. Here it comes. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Drilled on the ground to short. Zobrist back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. Your basic. Scott Kazmir will do the pitching in game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, this guy's not going to blow you away. He's a consistent major league pitcher. Look, his ERA last year a little bit over 4, but he takes the baseball. And he's the guy who's going to take his lumps, but he's going to keep coming back at you. And I think we'll probably see that kind of performance today.
Adrian Gonzalez is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one. Mr. James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a consistent and fair umpire, Matt. Sometimes he might give a little on the corners, but it doesn't ever seem to impact the game too much.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Hit sharply on the ground. Baez has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. At the plate is Andre Ethier. His average coming into this one is just barely over 200. So he'll be looking to turn the page on a slow start here. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And that finds the target. Nothing in 2 now.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but you know what? He looked at the first 2 pitches, but they're different pitches, both down. Good pitchers' pitches. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
Lackey ready with the 1-2 pitch. And Ethier will hang around a little longer as that misses to make it 2-2 now.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
Throw to first is in time to retire Ethier for out number 2. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Lackey gets the sign. Here it comes on 1-0. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock, and we'll go a little deeper into the top of the second.
Well, that's a slider breaking in right there, and if it's not in on your hands, that's a dangerous pitch. He got lucky that ball didn't go further.
Standing in now, Logan Forsythe, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And they go away here. It's a called strike, nothing in 2. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Hayward coming on. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Dodgers leave 1. They still trail 1-0. Into the box now, John Lackey, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1. Harold Reynolds, this Dodger ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best to me, where all the cliches come in. You got to have a short-term memory, and you really do. The game's over. You can't do anything about it. You got to come back today and play better and win.
Here's one hit softly down the line in left, but foul. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. At the plate, Scott Kazmir. 9-1-2 due up.
Scott Kazmir.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1. Carl Edwards Jr. is forced onto the mound now following the injury. He'll get as many warm-up tosses as he needs as a result. from the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
Justin Turner is at the plate as he looks at ball one. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. And here's a ball hit in the air. Under it is Zobrist. 2 away now. Digging in for his second at bat, Jock Peterson. He drew a walk his first time up. And he just misses with a curveball.
Here we go, boys.
Here comes the 1-0. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop.
2 down now.
1-1. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Jay ranging back. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Matt Vasgersian back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac as the 2016 National League Rookie of the Year Corey Seager settles in to start things out. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
Nobody down here.
The windup and the 0-1. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
And another foul ball.
Plays it first here.
Now the pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here comes another 0-2. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
Just hung in there on that one. Another 0-2 home. Hot shot down the line, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. And the throw is there to record the first out. Here's Franklin Gutierrez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Left fielder Franklin Gutierrez.
In there, 0-1. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far.
That's a ball.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 1-1. Here it comes. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
1 out. You got 1.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it.
Here you go, guys. Let's go.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now. Here's Adrian now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Adrian Gonzalez.
Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Hey, we got 2.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Way in front of that fastball. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Baez fields it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. They trail this one 1-0. Brett Anderson is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season.
Brett Anderson.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andre Ethier.
Leading off for the Dodgers.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. 0 for 2 here to start the
Leading
afternoon.
off for the Cubs. Second baseman, Ben
And a
Zobrist.
fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
Hey, take a rip like you can. Here you go, baby.
1-0 pitch on the way. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
Hit out toward second. Taken in by Forsythe. And he's retired, 1 away. Ready for another chance? Franklin Gutierrez. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Zobrist is there, and a rather easy first out.
Yeah, and that's just a punch to the gut of the home fans as they watch their team fall behind in the top of the ninth. Then they can't get it done at the bottom and come away with a loss.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. Adam Liberatore gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Kenley Jansen hammers down the save, his third of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon for the victorious Dodgers. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. For the Cubs, 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 56 minutes.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the Los Angeles Dodgers pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 3-2. At the moment, the Cubs are atop the NL Central, while the Dodgers are atop the NL West. The Milwaukee Brewers total 11 hits as they ran over the Reds 7-1. As of today, the Reds sit in last place in the National League Central Division, while the Brewers are in 3rd place in the NL Central. The Marlins cracked 14 hits overall as they got the best of the visiting Mets 7-2. Looking at the standings, the Marlins are in 1st place in the NL East, while the Mets are in 3rd place in the NL East. The Giants got 11 overall hits as they secured the win in extras against the Rockies 2-1. Heading into today, the Giants sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division, while the Rockies are in 4th place in the NL West. The Baltimore Orioles broke up their 5-game losing skid as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 6-4. Right now, the Blue Jays sit in last place in the American League East Division, while the Orioles are in 4th place in the AL East. The Tampa Bay Rays got 12 hits in this one as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 8-7. As of today, the Yankees are in 2nd place in the AL East, and the Rays are in 3rd place in the AL East. Jose Abreu drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs as the Chi Sox got the win over the Indians 7-3. Looking at the standings, the Indians sit in 3rd place in the American League Central, and the White Sox are in 3rd place in the AL Central. The Twins earned the 3-game series sweep as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 2-1. At the moment, the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central, and the Twins are leading the American League Central Division. The Oakland Athletics grabbed 13 hits in the game as they dethroned the Royals 13-1. Right now, the Royals are in 2nd place in the AL Central, and the Athletics sit in last place in the American League West Division. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim got an astounding 20 hits overall as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 13-7. Heading into today, the Angels sit in 1st place in the American League West Division, while the Rangers are in 3rd place in the AL West. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.